Slicing its way through the heart of Africa, the Congo River is one of the world's mightiest waterways. Wrapped in an aura of myth and legend, it has, for centuries, carried people and goods through some of the continent's most inaccessible rainforest. But it also carries disease. In June last year, a cholera outbreak in the northern DRC spread down and across the river into the neighboring Republic of Congo.
Depuis le mois de juin 2011, il sévit à Brazzaville et au Congo en général une épidémie de choléra. Alors l'épidémie de choléra qui sévit actuellement au Congo, sa source en RDC.
The river makes for a porous border. Fishermen and traders from both sides crisscross the waterways, carrying their catch or cargoes of manioc, charcoal, and people. They hop between the two countries and the islands in between. Ile Bamu, a large island upriver from both capital cities, has 13 villages. When cholera hit, people here had no idea what it was or where it came from.
Tel que mon neveu, quand il a commencé à faire la diarrhée, on a remarqué vraiment, il était devenu comme une escalette. Demi-journée seulement. C'est cela qui nous avait poussé d'aller rapidement à Brazzaville. Nous avons cherché une occasion pour arriver à Brazzaville. Et quand nous avons arrivé à Brazzaville, il a fait seulement une journée, deuxième journée, la nuit, à partir des 0h, il était mort.
After losing their son, Dimitri's sister and her family boarded up their house and abandoned the island. The path is overgrown now. Inside, their belongings are coated with dust, their clothes left hanging. Dimitri mourns his nephew and understands the parents' pain. He almost lost his own son, Stuart, to cholera just a few days later.
C'était commencé à 3h du matin. Le matin, vers 8h, quand j'ai regardé mon fils, non. Il avait perdu le poids, il est venu aussi comme une escalette. Je dis non, il faut que je parte à Brazzaville. Quand nous avons arrivé à Brazzaville, on nous a pris, on commence à hospitaliser l'enfant. On a fait 5 jours là-bas et le 6e jour, nous avons sorti.
Fully recovered, Stuart now plays football with his friends. But no one knows how many people on Ile Bamu contracted or even died of cholera. The island has no running water and very few latrines, so when the rains come, it's the perfect environment for bacterium like cholera to survive and thrive. When the outbreak hit Brazzaville, squatter settlements with poor sanitation, like this one at Sieme Bridge, were the worst hit. Latrines here feed directly into the same stream in which children play and people bathe.
Il y a une précarité des conditions d'hygiène, un mauvais assainissement, une insuffisance d'approvisionnement en eau potable et la plupart des habitations sont spontanées, précaires. Donc les gens qui y vivent sont des gens pauvres et le choléra étant une maladie de mauvaise hygiène, une maladie de faible niveau d'assainissement, une maladie de faible taux de décès en eau, une maladie, comme on dit, la maladie des mains sales.
In all, the Republic of Congo recorded 785 cases of cholera and 32 deaths, although the real numbers may be higher. In response to the outbreak, UNICEF and WHO, through the Central Emergency Response Fund, have launched a series of initiatives throughout the affected areas to treat, combat, and prevent cholera. Here on Ile Bamu, chlorination points have been set up and workers trained to purify water from the Congo River that households use for drinking, cooking, and bathing. Latrines have been built and continue to be built in public spaces like markets and schools, and a social mobilization program has been put in place to teach communities the importance of hygiene and clean water. Cholera awareness posters hang from trees and the walls of people's homes, while children at school learn about washing their hands with soap and using the new latrines.
The Central Emergency Response Fund has been very vital in bringing quickly assistance to the areas that were affected by cholera. For example, these islands here in the river and in between the two countries. It's also a population that is very vulnerable because there is no electricity, there is no clean water. People live virtually from what they produce. They have no health center. They have schools, but not enough. It's a population that needs a lot of our assistance, and we often forget about them.
But despite the interventions throughout the affected areas in the Republic of Congo, the threat from across the river remains. So the Central Emergency Response Fund has also committed $9 million to the cholera response in the DRC. The next rainy season is fast approaching, and with it the potential for new outbreaks of waterborne diseases like cholera on both sides of the Congo River and the islands in between. But with better access to clean water, latrines, and most importantly, knowledge of hygiene and sanitation, communities in both the Republic of Congo and the DRC have a much better chance of protecting themselves and their families.
Je l'accepte parce que on dit que l'ignorance tue. Comme auparavant je ne savais pas, voilà pourquoi j'avais tombé dans ce cas, j'avais perdu mon neveu. Et maintenant, si j'avais cette connaissance, ça ne pourra pas arriver.